Hi everybody, Babybop here with you again, and we're having a kind of a thoughts thing today, and what we're going to talk about kid shows you watched when you were really, really small. Now, I can tell you one show I did not watch when I was little. In fact, when it came out, I was very vocally against it, and well, eh, this was that one. I never watched it. Um, It came out when I was like a 12-year-old, so it wasn't exactly in my genre, and it was at a time where if you were going to not be beat up by everyone else, you hated on it, and you didn't even try and watch it. So, no, this was not something I watched. But, um, I did watch a lot of shows as a kid because, well, I grew up in the era where the 80s, the TV raised the kids. To some extent, anyway. Now, I wasn't always watching the TV, and there were plenty of things that aren't in the kids genre that I remember when I was really little, but we'll try and stick to the stuff that's most relevant here. Now, um, I definitely had Sesame Street. That was 100% one of the things that I would watch religiously. Um, Now, I was watching pre Elmo. So at the time I watched Sesame Street, you had your Cookie, your Big Bird, Bert and Ernie. You had Grover. Grover was the man. Grover was the best thing since sliced bread. You even had a Mr. Roper, um, and lots of other random things. But those were the main stars at the moment. Snuffleupagus too, Oscar the Grouch. Um, uh, but a lot of the newer critters weren't there. No Elmo. I don't really care for Elmo. I apologize to all my Elmo lovers out there. Not my bag. Um, and I really attached to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Um, Apparently, it was around for a lot longer than before I was. And that guy kept making it until he just couldn't do it anymore. So, power to Fred Rogers. He was an amazing person. Now, those are the ones that I most remember. And I remember enough about each one where like I could think of story plots and things that happened in episodes. Now, there are other shows I know I watched, mostly just by name, but I couldn't really say too much about them. Um, I remember 321 Contact was a show. I remember Romper Room was a show. Um, but I don't remember them really. I don't connect with them. But there were other shows I started to watch as I became an older kid that were for small people. When I was on a sick day or whatever, home from school, I didn't really attach to too many of those. But I remember David the Gnome was one of them that I liked watching on a sick day. Um, but not too much. Honestly, when it came to little kid shows, once I wasn't one, I didn't really gravitate towards the PBS channel, as it were, or the public broadcasting channel. So there wasn't much. Once I left them, I left them. It's only recently that I occasionally will pop something in that's not meant for adults. Uh, and I grew a strange fascination with Barney. And, well, stuff like this happens because of that. Uh, so, welcome to my weird world. Um, but what shows did you watch as a kid? Um, who did you wish to be friends with in real life? Were you in the Barney crew, or were you straight up just Street? You were Sesame Street, yo. Or were you a Rogers fan? Got to get on that trolley and go to the land of make believe. Uh, I know I definitely did attach to Mr. Rogers especially. He just seemed like such a guy that you'd want to, that nice grandpa or uncle guy that did stuff with you every day. So when I heard he died, it was definitely a very sad day in my life, because, well, he was a big part of my super, super young childhood, and to know that he had gone from us is like, wow. Hopefully he'll keep rerunning on the PBS channels for a long time to come. I know a lot of shows that came on much later that I saw some of, and I was just, I don't understand. Okay, Thomas the Tank Engine creeps me out. Those, still faces that on the fronts of trains. That seems weird. Boobahs, just no. Teletubbies, no. There's probably a ton more of them. Those ones I know of because of when I would work retail and have to stock toys. So I looked them up. And they were creepier than the toys, which I thought were creepy. So that says something. Yeah. Well, anyway, I babbled for a bit here. If you want to go ahead and leave in the comments shows you remember watching when you were really little, like your pre-kindergarten age. I'd love to hear them. See what you actually liked as a kid. So were you with the Sesame Street, or were you on the Barnes, or were you a Teletubby? What drove you? What was your jam? I mean, back then you didn't really have much choice. Mom or dad turned the TV on, and you watched what they gave you. So, ta-da. All right. Well, definitely want to thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little dingly bell. It makes YouTube happy and lets you know when I post a new video. Even if it's going to be a video like this, it'll let you know. And my Patreon link is in the description below. It helps support me and helps me buy stupid things like this. And, well, yeah. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a snuggly, wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.